Hey guys, we are back here for another video. Now, if you guys are not following me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and also on Twitch, now I'm going to start doing my lives actually over there and not over here. The algorithm over here for my live videos be kind of a little slow. So make sure y'all are following me over there on Twitch. Now, y'all, we're going to get into this video because I've been provided with some information. And what I've been told is that Shaunie, I'm gonna always call her Shaunieoneal, but Shauniehenderson, which we know that's her new name. I've been told that she's going through some marriage situation with her, and her new husband.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes. She don't miss nothing, got the scoop on lock.
Spilling all the tea. Okay, guys, so let's get into this video. So I was provided with some information that's pretty much saying that they're having some marriage trouble. Okay. And what I've been told, it has a lot to do with money. Now, y'all know Shaunieoneal had been drugged when she originally got with Keion. Now, what the streets were saying, and I think I did a few videos, there was evidence out that when Shaunie met Keion, that he was actually married. And I'm not talking about that, but I just wanted to bring a little bit of context to what I'm saying. So the information, and there's videos out there where he's actually married and Shaunie is actually in he had a conference and Shaunie was actually on stage. But interestingly, they said they didn't know each other. And, people were like, yeah, that's a lie. But what the word on the street is saying is that they are actually having marriage problems. And people been saying, which is the crazy part, is people actually have been saying it in the comments too. And I was like, huh? So I checked out their social medias, right? Now, with regards to their social media, it did look a little bare. It looked very bare. Now I noticed Keion did, pin their, it looks like maybe to be their wedding picture, but they really didn't have a whole lot going on with regards to recent pictures, like not a whole lot going on. And I actually had been told this quite some time ago, but you don't really know what's going on here until we really see the stuff on the blogs, right? Though we kind of know, that's kind of how it goes. They keep stuff hush hush, and then we hear, they've split up. So I didn't hear, that they're going through any type of divorce, but I did hear that they're definitely having some issues within their marriage. Now, if y'all remember, like I said before, when they got together, people were bringing out all kinds of stuff as it relates to Keion. And then if y'all recall, when he had some I think they had a flood or something, and he was actually, asking the church members for money. And people like, don't you have insurance? And they've been saying for the longest, like, yeah, he married Shaunie for the money, honey. He married her because she got the money. That's what the people been saying. Now, with regards to their marriage, let's look at their Instagram page, because when I looked at the Instagram page, I said it looks a little bit bare. Now, when I went to his page, what I did, wait a minute, let me make sure, whose is this? Oh, this is Shaunie's. So when I went to her page, obviously this is, that was pinned, but it was really pretty bare with regards to, pictures. I mean, these three, but other than that, it really didn't have a lot going on. So it wasn't, really couldn't tell anything, just pretty much looking at the Instagram page. So I said, let me check his out. Didn't find very much on his either. Let's see. Okay, let's see. On his, is this his or hers? Okay, on his, same thing. It wasn't a lot. Actually, there was nothing, not a whole lot going on with regards, to them. Generally, you'll see couples, they'll post a lot of pictures. They haven't even been married that long, so you would think they would still be in the honeymoon stage. Okay, so Shaunieoneal, let's see what's going on here. When did they actually get married? They got married, let's see, because I don't think they've been married that long. 2022? Does that sound about right? I believe so. So not very long. They haven't been married that long. So it seems odd for them to have. So yeah, they got married in 2022, y'all. This is just 2025 and no pictures of really nothing most recently with regards to, to show them in a real intimate setting. But I don't, like I said, I don't know if this is true now. I'm just saying this is what I've been hearing, that they are, allegedly having some issues. Of course, I did a video earlier in which we talked about, Shaunie's attitude with regards to Jennifer's wedding. She was real nasty about it. And I don't know, maybe, that has something to do with her own marriage. I mean, a first lady being shady about another woman's marriage. Now, are these two going to get a divorce? I don't know. Probably not. Who knows? Y'all been saying for the longest that, is the marriage real? Because, word on the street was that, he liked men. Now, I don't know if he liked men, but people have said that as well. So I'm just waiting to see what's really going to happen. So I said, let me just jump on here and tell them what I have been hearing. I would think from a couple that just got married in 2022, and then it looks like they got married in May of 2022. So if you really think about it, they've only been married 3 years, just made 3 years, which makes sense because on their Instagram pages, Shaunie said, with regards to their wedding anniversary, which, makes sense because they would have gotten married. I think it was the end of May or something like that. And she mentioned that, with regards to their anniversary. But like I said, I don't know, but we're going to follow it and see what's going on. Is this going to be divorce number 3? Because I think Shaunie, this would have been her 3rd marriage. I know she was married to Shaq, but I believe there was another marriage prior to that in which the folks were saying that she actually allegedly cheated on that first guy with Shaq. But I'll keep
still too hot. Lay Keisha, queen of the plot. Hit that bell, cause the tea don't stop.